Hello, welcome back to Madrona's Pulse Teachings. I am Iris J, and I'm going to chat with you about a little bit of some intense energy that we are coming into, and this has to do with Saturn and Neptune, who we've been talking about for a while, hanging out at those first degrees of Aries, and they are going to be squaring Jupiter, who is newly entered Cancer as of June 9th, and we had that Sagittarius full moon, and I really do want to just make a video focusing on this energy that we're journeying with through the next 10 days or so. It depends when you're watching this, just because it is really important energy. And the next 3 months, we are working with big outer planet energy. This is part of what is initiating new paradigms for literally humanity as the outer planets really speak to each other in very exacting ways. And that comes much more strongly between Neptune, Pluto, and Uranus in July and August. But now we have a bit of a prelude and an initiation into these big energies of the next 3 months. And this is the square that's coming between Jupiter and Saturn and Neptune, right? So this is also interesting because in the ongoing cycle of Saturn and Jupiter's relationship, they're in this stage of their relationship when they are coming into new understandings of each other through their first square. And they're not just coming into a square with each other, which we've already touched into the square between Jupiter and Saturn. This is the third of 3 for this kind of first conversation of a square. And the first was in August of 2024, December of 2024, and now we have their third and final square. But now Neptune's here. So there's a whole new dimension that we might not totally understand, but it's here and we certainly feel it. And so we have a square between Jupiter at those first degrees of Cancer, where it's just started its year journey through Cancer, and Saturn and Neptune at those first degrees of Aries. Okay, so just recalling, and let me just give you the dates first. It's going to be exact, that square with Saturn, on the 15th, and then on the 18th or 19th, depending where you are, that's when Jupiter is going to square Neptune. Note that then the next day we come into our summer solstice on June 20th, if we're in the northern hemisphere. And then the sun is going to be entering Cancer because that's what that solstice represents and marks. And that means the sun is now coming into this conversation as well. And so then those first few days after solstice are also going to be highly charged and part of this whole ongoing story that's playing itself out over these next 10 days or so. And so now, just recapping a little bit. So we journeyed with Neptune and Saturn through that kind of birth canal from Pisces into Aries. And there's lots of videos on them. And just recalling that there is something about literally birthing new realities for ourselves. This is Aries. This is how we connect to primal fire. With Saturn, how it becomes part of our agency, part of our connection to elder wisdom, and part of how we claim our own self-confidence, literally that confidence being trust in ourself, because we recognize how we are part of this plane, this material world. And that knowledge of being part of it means that we are able to embody Capricorn wisdom through that Saturn archetype is the embodiment. The boundaries between realities, the boundaries between what is known and unknown. That is what Saturn brings us into. It's that wisdom. And it's because Saturn is so wise and it knows that there is a boundary that needs to be respected and honored and worked with and really actually celebrated, that it is demanding. And that's where Saturn's kind of strength and also endurance and what is kind of what has traditionally been labeled as kind of testing. It's not a word that I work with. It inviting us to recognize how we embody the boundaries between what is unknown and how we want to come to terms with that and step up in our own lives. And that's what Saturn is helping us to do, so that we can carry forth our own soul embodied lineages of sacred wisdom, because ultimately Saturn connects us to sacred wisdom and sacred cycles of timing that ultimately societies can be built around and structured around. And we have gone so far apart from those natural cycles of being in tune with our ecosystems and the wisdom that comes out of that. That's what Saturn brings us into, and how our lives are here to respect and walk that line and ebb and flow with it, rather than aligning ourselves to a entirely human-centric, greed-driven understanding of what society and power are about, that disconnected itself over the past millennia through patriarchy and imperialism and colonialism in the West from that wisdom, that earth wisdom. And so Saturn and reclaiming Saturn's about reclaiming that wisdom, and in Aries, how our intuition and fire and spirit sink us into all of that Saturnian wisdom. And we're coming into whole new realities of what that looks like, because Neptune is here as well. And in Neptune is incredible because it is an opportunity to dissolve those structures of meaning making and those structures that of what identity and society mean, that we've all, if we grow up with them, we appropriate them into ourselves and our identities in some ways, even when we run away from them. And Neptune is actually inviting us to literally dissolve those structures and begin a new reality individually and then also in collectives, where all of that Saturnian wisdom I was talking about can actually be manifested in this plane. It is an incredible time. It's also radical paradigm changing, which people and minds and consciousness can resist, right? And so that's what we're seeing, is that intense push and pull between allowing collapse and holding on to what has been known. And that is going to intensify as these outer planets begin to talk with, which Neptune is one of, talking with Pluto and Uranus. And so that's that conjunction that's happening for the next few months. And then we have Saturn and Neptune making their journeys back into Pisces, and then they come back in February. This is the beginning stages of that new reality forming with Saturn and Neptune. And now it talks to Jupiter. And Jupiter wants to come into this year of really the abundance of heart wisdom. That's kind of a nice, just simplified, the abundance of heart wisdom and the place that has in our life. And at the very beginning of that journey, it squares Saturn and Neptune. So this is a square between those first sparks of Aries fire and the first flow of Cancer water. And they are very different energies, and yet they're both wanting to initiate something. And the square here between Jupiter and Saturn in their cycle, it does suggest that we are initiating something. And there is something potentially quite big that this next stage of June into the summer brings us into the initiating energy of. And yet the square with Cancer in June, with Jupiter in Cancer, suggests that we need to ensure that we're moving in that forward. If it feels forward, maybe we're sidestepping. Maybe we're crab walking, which is what Cancer does. It's not linear. But it is about heart wisdom carrying us forward. And we might be asked to let go of the past, quite literally. Because this is not just a square between Jupiter and Saturn. Neptune is there. Just a few days after it squares Saturn, it's exact. And so the next period, stuff might come up. And this is Cancerian water flowing emotions. It is our connection to the past. It is how we understand the past. Also, what we might be asked is things might come up from the past, whether that's childhood, past relationships, it could be ancestry, it could be intergenerational trauma. It might come up, and we might be asked to look at it from a new perspective. part of the way that Cancer works and how the archetype brings the past is it's water. And it is the development of self-consciousness is part of the Cancer archetype. And the way that what home means is always changing because water is always flowing. And as we mature, we begin to see the past from different states of maturity, which means different perspectives. And so this also can be an opportunity to actually let go of some of the stories we've been carrying with us for potentially a very long time. This is coming after we just had a full moon square the nodes. Karma threads are being rewoven, stories, myths of our own self and sacred journeys. Neptune may be able to actually help us dissolve some of those karmic cords to stories so that we can move forward and really embody these new journeys. Now, the square is to Saturn, who is also going to go retrograde and needs to go back into Pisces and needs to dissolve some more and be in the cosmic womb soup some more. And so whatever we're initiating, it's also really important not to put too much pressure on yourself and think you have things figured out, because Neptune is there and it's like, you can't have that figured out, sweetie. You have to trust. And what you need to trust is your deep fire instinct. Okay, but it could be a little actually heavy over this next time, and the heaviness could come from emotional weight. And if that's happening, if we can be really honest with ourselves, grief could come up. Neptune is squaring a big placement in Cancer. Grief could come up, but then what happens the next day? We have solstice, and the sun moves towards its conjunction with Jupiter, which is, I'm just looking at dates, on the 24th. Okay, so it's the 20th and then through the 24th, because the sun is going to square Saturn, the sun is going to square Neptune, the sun is going to be conjunct Jupiter, and it's still within close orb. It's conjunct Jupiter and square Neptune. Okay, so then that sun comes through, and there is something mighty here to be really embodied on a deep emotional level, and it is new. And it is new stories, and it is new experiences for the soul, and it is healing, and it is also potentially forgiveness. And so through the next days, we could have some stuff come up, and Neptune is here, okay? And it is wanting us to dissolve those cords that would keep us in a loop, that would keep us searching to release what actually can't be released because it is gone. It is over. And sometimes just sitting with that fact deep in the psyche, it is over. And that can bring up grief because it can't be resolved in ways that sometimes the psyche yearns for. And this is an opportunity to really cut those cords of yearning for something in the past so that we can build new futures. And these are building new futures for our souls, for who we are now in these journeys, and ultimately new paradigms for how humans are doing this human thing, right? And the way that our individual stories and those stories that we get caught in those loops of, those individual stories are always linked to the bigger web of humanity and all that is, and all the injustices and all the ways that humans haven't been doing this thing out of love. And we are coming into the time to actually elevate the place of love in what it means to be here in this plane. I like that Charlotte has entered just as I said that. And Jupiter in Cancer wants that heart wisdom. And so this is big energy, and just allowing that, and definitely not repressing, definitely not ignoring. There might be some soothing, some self-care and some soothing that is needed if big waves of emotions are coming up, or maybe they come up, you release, and you're just like propelled because you also feel you're creating those new realities. But as I say that, like there's a strong, but we don't want to bypass if stuff is coming up. We want to allow it because the square is bringing it up to be seen. And it's when we ignore what the square brings up, that is when squares get all the bad reputations that they get. But they bring something up for productive, dynamic energy. And we get to co-create with that. And when we're co-creating in that kind of conscious, awakening way, then we're with it and we transmute, right? But when we don't do that and we repress and we actually, a part of us wants to stay in those loops because it's what we might know, right? That's when the squares can get us out of whack and we start wanting to push and pull in all different directions. And so soothing, moving with, and also just remembering that this is about creating new structures for new lives and new identities and new ways of honoring your soul's desire here and now, in this life, in this plane, in this world where you are, not just bypassing into the 5D, being here and merging and creating something new from that merging. And it's quite amazing, but it's also a lot. And here we go. So as usual, I'm sending so much love and I hope to see you soon. Journey well. Bye-bye.